How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Narcissists are actually warlocks. That's the title of this video. In the realm of psychology, narcissism is often seen as a pathological obsession with oneself, marked by a lack of empathy, grandiosity, and a need for admiration. However, when we take a more symbolic or fantastical perspective, we can view narcissists as warlocks. These are individuals who wield their influence not with magic spells, but with manipulation, control, and charm. Now let's look at the magic of self-obsession. Warlocks in mythology and fantasy literature are individuals who wield powerful and often dangerous magic derived from personal power or forbidden sources. Narcissists, on the other hand, in a symbolic sense, wield their magic through their deep obsession with their own image and desires. They often use their charisma to enchant those around them, creating a sense of fascination and awe that manipulates others to their bidding. Now, the charm of deception. Much like warlocks casting spells, narcissists are masters of deception. They weave webs of lies and distorted truths that are designed to create a world where they are the center of attention. Now, just as a warlock might conjure illusions, a narcissist conjures narratives about their own greatness, often convincing others of their unique talents, achievements, and virtues, even when they are lacking in these areas. A warlock's magic is often used for control. Narcissists, similarly, are highly skilled at manipulating the emotions and actions of others. They cast a spell of control, ensnaring people into their orbit, keeping them emotionally dependent and unaware of the narcissist's true nature. Their control is subtle, pervasive, and at times invisible, much like the hidden power of a warlock's magic. Now, there is the illusion of power. Warlocks may seek power of others, but that power is often an illusion, as their true strength lies in their ability to manipulate others into believing they are powerful. Similarly, narcissists crave control and power, often overestimating their own abilities and making others believe in their superiority. This illusion of power is central to their identity and how they operate in social structures. Now, a warlock's aura, that is the narcissistic charisma, is one of the most fascinating aspects of warlocks in stories. Now, narcissists have a certain charisma that draws people in. They know how to present themselves in ways that appeal to the desires and vulnerabilities of others. This charm often masks their true intentions, creating an environment where people are enchanted, even if they are being manipulated. In the world of the warlock, flattery is often used as a tool to disarm others, making them more susceptible to persuasion. Narcissists are adept at using flattery to manipulate those around them, feeding their egos and creating a sense of dependency. They give compliments that are calculated and deliberate, designed not to build genuine connection, but to ensnare others in their web of influence. A narcissist, much like a warlock, often sees themselves as supreme being, someone with abilities that transcend ordinary people. Now, this self-view can be likened to the warlock's belief in their unrivaled magical powers. This grandiose sense of self-worth fuels their interactions with others as they seek to elevate themselves while diminishing those around them. Many warlocks in fantasy literature lead cults or groups using their powers to create devoted followers. Narcissists often do the same, building a following of people who worship or idolize them. They create a dynamic where their followers are constantly seeking approval and validation, keeping them under the narcissist's thumb. A warlock's curse is often a powerful and damaging force, leaving its victims weakened or altered. Similarly, the emotional and psychological toll of dealing with a narcissist is significant. Their constant manipulation, gaslighting, and disregard for others' feelings can leave lasting scars on their victims, creating a sense of confusion and self-doubt. In many fantasy tales, warlocks will require sacrifices to maintain or enhance their power. Narcissists too demand sacrifices from those around them. Their sacrifices are often emotional or psychological, as they drain the energy and well-being of others to maintain their own sense of superiority and entitlement. A classic image associated with narcissism is the magic mirror. That is an object that reflects only what the narcissist wants to see. In the same way, a narcissist surrounds themselves with people and situations that reflect their idealized self-image. This mirror distorts reality, preventing them from ever truly confronting their flaws or engaging in authentic self-reflection. Warlocks are often depicted as beings who drain the life force of others to maintain their own vitality. Narcissists exhibit similar behavior, feeding off the emotions of others. They thrive on attention, admiration, and the validation of those around them, often leaving their victims emotionally drained and hollow. Warlocks often engage in elaborate rituals to increase their power. Narcissists engage in their own kind of rituals, creating drama, chaos, and emotional turbulence. These rituals are meant to keep the attention focused on them and maintain their dominance, whether it's through creating conflict or playing the victim. The narcissist's life is full of scripted performances designed to keep them in the spotlight. Narcissists use emotional blackmail as a powerful form of manipulation. Just as a warlock might cast a binding spell to control their victim's will, narcissists use guilt, shame, and fear to bind others to their will. Their victims may feel trapped, unable to break free from the narcissist's hold due to the constant emotional pressure. In many stories, warlocks use smoke and mirrors to disguise their true intentions or identity. Narcissists too craft elaborate facades that hide their insecurities and manipulative nature. They present a carefully curated image to the world, masking their toxic traits with charm, wit, and superficial charm. Just as a warlock's magic may create a feedback loop of power and energy, a narcissist's manipulative tactics often create a toxic feedback loop in relationships. Their victims may continually seek approval or validation, only to receive intermittent rewards that keep them hooked. This cycle of intermittent reinforcement strengthens the narcissist's control and keeps their victims emotionally invested. Another tactic often used by warlocks is to manipulate others into seeing them as victims or underdogs, thereby garnering sympathy and support. Narcissists often play the victim card, portraying themselves as misunderstood or mistreated, even when they are the ones causing harm. This creates a false narrative that allows them to avoid accountability. Warlocks often create powerful potions to enhance their abilities. Similarly, narcissists craft the alchemy of praise, manipulating others into providing them with constant adulation. They know how to extract compliments and validation, turning this into a form of sustenance that bolsters their fragile sense of self-worth. While a warlock may have followers, they often view others as tools to be used or obstacles to be removed. Narcissists similarly lack genuine empathy for others, seeing them as mere instruments to fulfill their needs. Now, this disdain can manifest in arrogance, condescension, and a lack of regard for anyone who doesn't serve their immediate desires. Warlocks often present themselves as self-sufficient, relying on their own magical powers rather than the help of others. Narcissists do the same, pretending to be independent and invulnerable, even as they depend on others for validation and emotional support. Their self-reliance is a facade, covering up their deep insecurities and need for attention. A hallmark of the warlock archetype is the ability to present a flawless image, often masking their inner darkness. Narcissists wear a similar mask of perfection, carefully curating their appearance, behavior, and public persona. This mask is designed to attract admiration while hiding the cracks in their psyche. In many stories, warlocks engage in power struggles with others, attempting to outwit or overpower their rivals. Narcissists, too, are constantly engaged in power struggles, whether it's with friends, family, or colleagues. They must always be seen as superior and will use any means necessary to ensure that they are the dominant force in any given relationship. Much like a warlock who uses dark magic to make others dependent on them, narcissists use emotional manipulation to create a sense of dependency. Their victims feel as though they cannot live without the narcissist's approval or attention, leading to a cycle of emotional reliance that is hard to break. Warlocks often keep their true motives and plans hidden, operating in secrecy to protect their magical influence. Similarly, narcissists are experts at keeping secrets. They hide their true selves, their motives, and their vulnerabilities, making it difficult for others to see through their facade. Despite their followers and their influence, warlocks rarely form genuine connections. Their relationships are often transactional, built on manipulation and power. Narcissists likewise struggle to form authentic connections with others. They view relationships as tools for gaining admiration or control, rather than opportunities for mutual growth and emotional intimacy. In many myths, the warlock's downfall comes from their own hubris, an overestimation of their power, or a failure to recognize their limitations. Narcissists often face similar downfalls, as their inflated sense of self-importance leads them into situations where they overreach, ultimately causing their own ruin. Their inability to empathize or accept criticism often results in their eventual isolation. Warlocks leave behind legacies of manipulation, fear, and control, often causing destruction in their wake. Narcissists too leave behind a trail of emotional wreckage, having used and discarded people in their pursuit of personal gain. Their legacy is one of broken trust, damaged self-esteem, and emotional scars. Just as warlocks can create illusions to deceive others, narcissists create elaborate illusions about their lives, their abilities, and their importance. These illusions are often convincing enough to trick others into believing in their greatness, even when the reality is far different. While narcissists may not wield spells or cast curses, their psychological tactics often resemble the manipulative power of warlocks in folklore. They are masters of charm, illusion, and control, using their abilities to ensnare those around them. The concept of the narcissist as a warlock reminds us of the toxic yet powerful forces that can influence human behavior and relationships, often leading to emotional devastation for those caught in their web. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so.